God. Ooh, yes. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. Oh, Lord, yes. I was so empty. I needed someone who could take away the emptiness inside. I turn away when friends would tell me I should come to you and surrender all my life. My life was reckless till I obeyed them. Ah, yes, God. Ooh, yes. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. Oh, Lord, yes. I was so empty. I needed someone who could take away this emptiness inside. I turn away when friends would tell me I should come to you and surrender all my life. My life was reckless till I obeyed them and find a church that I could go to set me free. It was at the altar I cried, Lord, save me. I felt the burden slowly lifting off my life. My life was lost without you. Every time I think I'm better, I get worse. Oh, dear Jesus, I need your help, Lord. Don't you ever turn away and let me fall. All I have is only you, Lord. Every friend I look to always let me down. I remember you promised to never leave me. I'm depending on you, Lord, to hear my call. Lord, I love you. Lord, I need you. Oh, Lord, I need you in the middle of the night. Oh, I was lost without you. Now you'll never leave me. You're the one to fix the things that are right. Sometimes I cry for your help when I have temptation hovering at my door. Oh, I wonder, where are you, Lord, when the devil seemed to knock me on the floor. Now I see, Lord, I got the victory. I overcome because you came to rescue me. All I needed, Lord, was to call you, and you ran and came to set me free. your troubles to the Lord. Ask Him to take them. Oh, and as long as you believe, I know you will receive. Leave them there and just rest in Him. Rest in the arms of Jesus. Rest in the arms of the Lord. Don't let the devil get you down. Don't let him see your hurting crown. Oh, rest in the arms of the Lord. There are times when your heart is filled with grief and pain, but Jesus understands. He's there to help you. Oh, just go down on your knees, ask Him to fix it for you, and rest in His comforting arms. Oh, rest in the arms of Jesus. Oh, rest in the arms of the Lord. Don't let the devil get you down. Don't let him see your hurting crown. Oh, rest in the arms of the Lord. Hallelujah. There are times, sons of God, where we feel as if we're all alone. Seems like there is no way out of our situation. But I'm here to tell you that Jesus got your back. And all you have to do is relax and rest in His arms. Hallelujah. When your family will not help, when you're all by yourself, Jesus will hear your earnest cry, and He will answer. Oh, His promises never fail. If you believe, your ship will always sail. So rest, rest, rest in His comforting arms. Oh, rest, rest in Jesus. Relax in Jesus. Let Him take care of you. Rest, rest in Jesus. In the arms of the Lord. Let Him take care of you. Don't let the devil get you down. Don't let him see your hurting crown. Hallelujah. In the arms of the Lord. There's a miracle within you if you rest in Jesus. In the arms of Jesus. Let them take care of you. Rest in Jesus. In the arms of the sweet, sweet Savior. Don't let the devil, don't let him get you down. Don't let him see your hurting crown. No, no, no. Rest in Jesus. In the arms of
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day we bread, forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not to temptation, deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Send a shout out to the Jacksons family. And I'm telling you, better days coming. So just hold on. Yeah, man. Better days coming, no need for worry. Life too short, you need for glory. Jesus Christ, me give the glory for my testimony. Better days coming, no need for worry. Life too short, you need for glory. Jesus Christ, me give the glory. I'm a testimony. Tune into the Jackson every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. US time.
A pleasant good night to each and every one. Thank you for joining Chat with the Jacksons. We hope you all had a productive day, and we thank you for obliging us each and every Tuesday night with your presence by tuning in to Chat with the Jacksons, where we bring topics to you that are informative and topics that we experience in our everyday lives. And as always, tonight is no different. We will be bringing a topic that's very interesting to you tonight. And as always, we appreciate your participation, your input. So thank you again. Sit back and chat with the Jacksons.
Good night, good night. Welcome, one and all. It's another Tuesday, and on Tuesday, that's what we do, chat. And as my wife said, we appreciate that you decide to spend some time with us. And I think we have a new background tonight, and I think it's because of you why the background is looking so good.
Well, thank you.
Right. And you're looking good as usual.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And we don't want to take it for granted that why we I thought I was at the peak now of monitoring the studio, but now my engineer said we got to take it a step higher. So I asked the audience if I messed up tonight. It's my first night going a little higher.
Okay.
So I know you'll work with me, and I want to thank you. And before we get to work, I want to ask you, how was your Mother's Day?
It was good.
Oh, well, you have to think. You have to think about it. You have to think about it before you said it was good.
No, I didn't think about it. I just said it was good.
Well, for me, it was my best Mother Day.
Is that so? How so?
Well, I get to spend the whole day with my wife. First of all, we woke up, we went to church as usual, and we went to a lovely banquet that was put on by Minister Jabez.
Yes, for sure.
And did you enjoy yourself there?
Oh, yes, I did. As much as you wanted to put me on the spot.
Right. I just want, it's a Mother's Day, and I know you would win that dancing contest. And I'm so disappointed in you.
Listen.
Right, but an happy belated Mother's Day to all the mother. But honestly, it was a bittersweet. Maybe I didn't say it to you because it was spoil your Mother's Day. It was a bittersweet Mother's Day for me, because from the day I lost my mom, I think Sunday was the hardest for me. But I'm so grateful that I have Nana, and that's Rita Griffiths I could call my mom.
Amen.
And I'm so grateful that I get to spend that time with her daughter.
Amen.
Right. So,
Okay, so thank you so much.
keep talking.
Thank you so much, my love, for that. And yes, as much as Mother's Day have passed, let me take the opportunity to say happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers, the sisters who play mothers, the aunts that, take on the role. So many different people that, play the role of mothers. You may not have a child biologically, but along the way, you may have been in someone's life that was, you were instrumental in someone's life. So, again, happy Mother's Day, even though Mother's Day is every day. But of course, this one day is set aside just to make our mothers feel extra special. And regardless of what we may be going through, some of us are going through stuff with our children. Um, let's just remember that God is in control. So, again, happy Mother's Day.
Amen. Amen. Um, Let me welcome a few people before we get to work. First of all, I want to welcome Pastor Jabez. And as we said before, it was a pleasure spending some time with Pastor Jabez. Pastor Jabez, the only fault I found there, you have to turn back some people because the place was ram. So I know next year it will be bigger and better. We want to welcome Sister Deloris Hennis McCoy, Sister Karen Miller. Welcome. We have to welcome our mom, Rita Griffiths. Good to have you with us tonight, Mom. And I'm sure we have some more people. We have, as I said before, Mr. McKinnon, who is our engineer. Sister Green, Tanya Green, good to have you with us tonight. Brother Robert Hines, good to have you with us tonight. Brother Derek McFarlane, good to have you. Brother McFarlane is taking the airway by storm. Sister Cheryl Brown, good to have you with us. And Sister Corrine, it's good to have you with us tonight. I enjoy your program yesterday, Sister Corrine, and I saw one of our own, Ashori Green. Good to have you with us tonight, my brother. And now, as we said, we want you to be a part of us tonight. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and share the program. And because it's going to be money talk tonight. Everything is going to walk on money talk tonight. So let's get to work.
So, tonight's topic is the importance of finances in marriage. Again, the importance of finances in marriage. Or is it?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to get yourself together.
Okay, let me get myself together. Okay, now I'm together.
Okay, so money, when it comes to relationships, and we're talking about relationships tonight, money can either make the relationship or break that relationship. What say you?
And no, money, yes. Money is a good thing to have in a relationship, but we have to be careful with it also because, as you said, it will make you and it will break you. I think that money, I won't say go hand in hand, but it's so close to divorce. So we have to be careful. Lack of money can lead,
Well, yes, I agree with that.
and too much money also can lead you to divorce.
How so?
Right? Because when we have too much money, we just do stupid things, and
Are
then
you speaking for the mass, or that's your personal take on?
yeah, because I realize a lot of look at all these people who have money. They're just in a relationship for a period of time and then they're gone again.
Well, the thing about it, I would say for those type of relationship is that yes, there is money, but there is no connection. And what do I mean by connection? There is no love there. There's no um, compassion there. There's lots of money, yes, but um, it's just two people existing in a relationship and doing whatever they choose to do, So, yeah. But just to get a little further into, or to get into the meat of the topic, so to speak, money plays a huge role in a relationship, especially a marriage. As you mentioned before, the lack of it can at times lead to divorce. Um, if you're in a marriage where you have children, and let's say one spouse is working, and the burden pretty much is on that particular spouse to cover the household expenses, the expenses as it pertains to the children, all the expenses pretty much, then the pressure of that will get to that person at some point, and it also will cause the breakdown of the relationship, right? Because there may be a lot of resentment as well.
Agree. Agree. And apart from the resentment, um, we have to, as you said before, you have to balance it because when let's go back even with our kids, and we have too much money, right? And we have too much money, then what we do, it will cause a friction, breakdown in our relationship, even with the kids, because we have too much money, we just hand money to them, go shopping, go here, and we don't spend time with these kids. And
Right.
kids rather to maybe go shopping than to spend time with you.
Right. And also they see you as a, for lack of a better terminology, cash cow, right? Oh, my parents have money, so I could do pretty much whatever I want. That at times leads them to get into unnecessary trouble. But coming back to the marriage itself, those two people, I think what, and this is just my personal belief, and I think we fell into that category at some point too. I think while dating or while leading up to marriage, a lot of times we don't fully take the time to speak about finances because you're so consumed with planning a wedding, you're so consumed with that person that you do talk about it, yes, but not to the depth that you needed to have spoken about it. And you find that once you get married, you realize that, so all these bills are coming in. How are we gonna take care of these bills? Um, you know, how are we gonna cope, right? If we didn't at the time speak about finances and how we're gonna take care of a home, take care of children, and all of those things. And, other things, external things like vacation, so on and so forth. Do we have enough resources to have a savings? Do we have enough resources to purchase a house, a car? Those type of things, those type of conversations, I think sometimes are lacking prior to getting married.
Right. I was thinking about that also. That a question that I have is, do you think that we should um, go in depth about finances before we even think about getting married?
I think so. I think if you have an idea that this is the person that you're going to be spending the rest of your life with, right? Yes, I think we need to be transparent in that aspect. Just as how we talk about potentially having kids and other things that we want to do down the road. Yes, money should be right there, on the forefront. We have to, don't beat around the bush. If you don't have it, don't have it. If you you love me, yes, but how are you going to take care of me? And vice versa. So we can't live on love. So yes, it's very important that, that conversation needs to be at the forefront.
So like, if you meet your partner and you really love your partner, but the finance is not there, um,
I can't live off love.
so everything else is good. What about if you try and work with him? Because I think if you see potential, I don't think that because I don't have it, but there's potential. Maybe I just need guidance. Maybe I just need a little push. Maybe I just maybe thinking even too big. Maybe I could start from make a hustle by selling Kisco Pop. But
As long as that person is showing the initiative to, doing something that would make that family dynamics or that marriage dynamic better, then yes, I'm all for it. And it goes both ways. It's not all about, okay, so the man is not financially capable. Also, if the woman is not financially capable too, but there is potential, it needs to be encouraged, right? And you never know, the outcome may be one that will be where you have such excess or abundance of money that you're able to help someone else.
Nana says finance is an important factor in a marriage, especially when there is limited amount to cover all the expensive.
Expensive, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's a very good point there. Um, so what do you do when as Nana says that your partner um, might be spending too much, right? And we have more bills than money coming in, but he always and I said always going to get a new pair of shoe. I said if you want to be honest, if we didn't have the program tonight, where would you be right now?
Century 21, because they open today. Can't wait for my mom to come.
Right. So why are you attacking me?
I'm not attacking you.
Right.
You brought it up about he,
And I
and
said-
I was just listening.
And I said right. I said so we'd have to know how to curve, cut, and paste.
I'm glad that you brought that up because
No, Nana brought that up.
no. I'm talking about, you asked me where would I be, and you brought up about shoes and so on and so forth. However, bear in mind that you do have spouses that just don't go into a store and say, "Oh, so this pair of shoes costs $200. Hey, here's my credit card," right? You weigh the pros and the cons or whatever, and in this day and age, let me be transparent. It has to be something that's really a necessity for me to buy it at full price, right? But nevertheless, that's the story for another time. But yes, if you do have a spouse that's always spending and not taking into consideration that their household expenses, then that's when a conversation, a serious conversation, needs to be had, right? Let that spouse know that, okay, so you bought 4 pairs of shoes this week, but yet still the car note is due, or this particular bill is due, right? Which is more important, shoes or this particular bill, right? And it shouldn't be a conversation where that particular spouse would get upset or whatever, because of course the bills need to be paid,
Right.
right? So we have to first and foremost take care of home, and then do whatever else after.
I agree because it make no sense. Then we're gonna take care of outside, take care of everybody else, but on the inside we are hungry.
Right. And
So
another thing too, some people, like to portray that, okay, they have it like that because this one will call, that one will call, and you feel you have to cater to the whole world, but your home is not being taken care of. So your home is first and foremost. Then the external comes after.
exactly. That's Nana said. You have some people who are frivolous in their spending, and the other is working hard. There will be a friction, which
Definitely.
I agreed. You know, what my question though, if you have the relationship and one party working, that could be
Friction.
friction.
But on
Uh,
on the flip side of that, let's say both husband and wife were working, had full time jobs, making decent money, and then something happened, right? Where one is no longer bringing in that income that, once that he wants, or he or she once was bringing in. Now you have to change the financial dynamics of the household, right? You may have to cut back on certain things, vacations, household expenses. You may have to downgrade certain things. Let's say the cable bill used to be $300, and I'm just throwing out a figure out there. Now you may have to cut certain things and get a package that's much cheaper. Let's say you had a cell phone plan that was in the same ballpark. You now have to cut back on all of those things. So you have to cut back to compensate for the fact that that spouse is no longer bringing in the income he or she once used to bring in.
right. We also have to cut back on if we used to go for dinner, go out for dinner every week. Maybe we have to cut back and cook more at home. Um, if we used to go out to the parties, we might have to cut back on that because if we don't do that, we're gonna be in trouble. Bec-
Definitely.
because when the strain, it used to be balanced,
Yeah. And
and when
now,
the strain is on one person now, and that person realized that the other person is just still living like both of us working,
right, right.
then it's gonna bring a strain on that person.
Right. Not only a strain, not only a physical strain, but an emotional strain, and just all around stress. And then you're going to find that that spouse is going to start lashing out at the other spouse, and that's when the marriage is going to start breaking down, because now you're going to be, um, sometimes you may say stuff out of anger that you don't necessarily mean, but you really can't take it back because, it cut so deep already that trying to explain yourself or even apologizing after the fact doesn't even matter, because you said what you said. Granted, maybe what you have said is actually true or is the truth, but sometimes you have to weigh the pros and the cons. Should I say it? Or how should I say it? Is there a delicate way for me to say it? Or should I just say it the way I feel it? Right? And sometimes by doing that, it creates more harm than good, right? Because yes, I know that my spouse is not working. I know the reason why he's not working or she's not working, right? But they are in fact trying, but not to the level that you would want them to try or to be at, right? So when the pressure of it starts to hit you, you start to lash out in so many different ways.
Um, and I realize you say that based on how you lash out. Let's welcome Sister Karen A. Raymond. Welcome tonight, Sister Karen. Sister Ines Clark, good to see you tonight. And Sister Beverly Reynolds, good that you could join us tonight. Um, while you were talking, I was thinking that, instead of us lashing out and, saying it because that's the way I feel it, that's the way I feel it, that's the way I'm going to say it, we have to count maybe to 10, maybe even to 20 before you say what.
That doesn't necessarily work. I
Yeah,
mean,
but let me tell you, from a man standpoint, a man value is self-esteem,
so does a woman.
right? But I'm talking from a man, and
Okay.
when a man broke and don't have no money, and the wife just say what she feel to him, that will definitely make the situation worse. So even though you have your good husband and him broke now, you have to know, you know,
Be tactful.
you have to be okay. You have to be tactful. You have to let him know. Sit him down. I don't see why. Sit him down and think that he can't see it. And say, honey, I'm the only one pulling this train. So you can't watch TV. You're home all day. You can't watch TV all day. Turn off some of the light, and save back and whatever. Help me here so I could help you.
Right. And I agree.
Yeah.
But what if you have that conversation in a calm manner and everything, but yet still that spouse is still doing basically nothing, right? So you're going to find that, it's going to start building up until you explode,
And I think
pressure
maybe
burst pipe.
that's one of our problem. We keep building up and building up and building up until, as you said, the pressure burst pipe. But deal with it before the pressure come on.
But that's what I'm saying. I had the calm conversation,
Right.
once, twice, maybe three
Three
times.
times a lady. Right. But you see, we can't keep doing the same thing the same way. We're still gonna get the same result. Now, if you keep sitting down your spouse and talking about the finance and so forth, and he keep doing the same thing, then you would have to think now, okay, I have to go to step two. What is step two? I can't keep sitting down and say the same thing because you're only gonna frustrate yourself. You're gonna need some help now. this is the time
So
that
are
you're
you
gonna go.
saying
Go
I
ahead.
should go outside of the relationship to speak with someone? What if I don't want someone outside to know what's going on inside my home?
I don't know. I don't know, and maybe I'm gonna say it as I feel it. I don't know of no woman, right? None that don't have a friend that they could talk to and said, "You see, my husband, him is one, woman. We know that. We know that that you have your friend. You can maybe call your mom and you say, Mom, I'm having a problem. This is the problem. And she will tell you that, okay, the way you're dealing with it, it's not the right way. Why not go from the other way around?
Right. I get that and I understand that because, you know, to be transparent, I know my mom would guide me, yes, but at the same time, if this has been going on for a period of time, I've exhausted, talking about it, and there's no results whatsoever. And I'm at the point where I'm so frustrated, you know. I may call her and vent to her, and I'm pretty sure that, yes, she's gonna guide me in, what to do or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, you know, I don't think that there's any woman. I would think that there's no woman that would just continuously sit back and talk about this particular situation day in and day out and not feel some type of way.
Yeah, you,
And also you may also not go to someone to talk about it out of embarrassment too.
if you're gonna go that route, which I could understand, then maybe you seek professional help. And I don't know. Well, for me, I can talk for myself. I don't see nothing embarrassing about it. That for me to go to my mom, me and my mom sit and talk about almost everything.
Yes, but
So
not everybody's gonna see it from, how your mom would see it, you know. You may have another mother that will, you may vent to, and then that mother may call up, her daughter's spouse or her son's spouse and, chew them out royally. So it's not always, perceived to be where it's gonna be one that's gonna be calm,
well,
so to speak, right?
I would expect my wife to be a conscious person, right? And if I expect my wife to be a conscious person, I'm also expecting her to deal with the situation in a conscious way. I mean, if you
For how
know that,
long?
yeah,
For
but
how
if
long?
you know that your mom, you know, gonna just blew off of the angle, then maybe your mom is not the right person to go to. Maybe your friend is the right person. That friend can, that's how I see. I don't know how we see friends nowadays. But I think that if I'm doing something on my friend, um, and my friend, I take Mr. McKinnon for my friend, right? And if I'm doing something, I'm expecting for him to say to me, "No, no, Jacko, calm down.
It
Don't do it."
depends on the situation because not every situation in your household you're going to vent to a friend or
I'm
even a family member. There are certain things that you want to try to rectify between you and your spouse.
and right, and that's why you get frustrated because you're dealing with this money issue, and you're dealing with it January to December, and is there no changes, and you're going over to the next year, and there's no
Oh,
changes.
no, you're not going over to
So
the next
so
year.
that's why before we get so far apart, we seek help. After you try help yourself and you try help yourself, and
Okay.
there's no help, because what I'm seeing here is a straight divorce.
Obviously, because
So
if you okay, say like you said, you have dealt with it for a whole year. Now it's going into year two. right? You have spoken about it with your spouse, right? You have spoken to other people about it,
Right.
family member or a friend that you could confide in,
Right.
and still nothing has changed because that family member or that friend would have by now called you and, have a conversation, and still nothing has changed. Then what?
Then you seek professional help.
Okay, so we sought professional help and still nothing has changed. What is
No.
the ultimate decision?
So you're telling me that something is wrong maybe with you. Because let me tell you why I would say something is wrong with you. If you're dealing with your spouse for 2 years and he's not sick and nothing changed about him, then I would ask myself, did he change, or in the courting period you didn't do a good job?
No, no, no. We're talking about something a two income household, and one spouse for whatever reason is no longer employed or is no longer able to
And I agree.
bring that finances or monetary finances in, and that spouse has become complacent,
And
is
that's
not even trying to take the initiative to try to find something even minimal.
and that's my point. And that's my point. If that's your husband and or if that's your wife and it used to be a two income and it's a one income and now maybe he get hurt